we hope you're all doing well and taking care, and welcome to this brand new Doctor video on the channel. We do have some small Doctor Who news to discuss in today's video because it has been revealed, because we now have the 7-day viewing figure UK averages for 2023. And what this data reveals is that Doctor Who was actually the second most watched drama of 2023. So this is the results in full. The way this works is this is the 7-day UK average ratings for 2023 for all dramas, and it's calculated by putting all the drama episodes together and then giving the average number for all episodes throughout the year. And this is the results in full. At number 1 you have Happy Valley with 9.16 million. You then have Doctor Who at number 2 with 7.27 million. You then have Death in Paradise at number 3 with 7.24 million. Then you have Unforgotten at number 4, which is an ITV drama, at 7.08 million. You then have the very popular Call the Midwife at number 5 with 7.06 million. So that is all the dramas listed in the 7 million range. And then finally at number 6 you have Beyond Paradise, which stands at 6.70 million. Overall, this is a great result for Doctor Who. For Doctor Who to be the second biggest drama of 2023 is an incredible achievement. I know that there are some fans who think the show is now dead because it can't get over 7 million viewers, but this data shows us that it is very rare for any drama now to get over 7 million viewers. This also includes the streaming services, because the streaming services in the UK are registered with the BARB, which is like the UK viewing figures system. And out of all the dramas across traditional TV and also streaming services, only one single drama from 2023 managed to get more than 7 million viewers on average, and that was Happy Valley. That is it. No other drama managed to achieve more than 7 million viewers average. And I think this is important because it shows that is kind of the benchmark of drama these days. Most dramas' highest benchmark is 7 million viewers, and any higher than that is a very rare event indeed. I think the reason for that is most likely streaming services, because streaming services, what they have done is they have really split the market up. Because if you look back for, let's say, between 2005 and 2010, most dramas back then easily managed to get over 10 million viewers. That was kind of the norm back then. But now it's very different, because viewers simply have much more choice. They still have all the traditional TV networks like BBC One, ITV, Channel 4, etc. But they also have streaming services now. They have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and you even have stuff like YouTube. I know YouTube gets snubbed at a lot because it's not proper TV, but still, YouTube is a huge platform, and I know for myself and quite a lot of my friends, I can spend hours watching YouTube more than traditional TV and streaming services. I could easily watch stuff on YouTube for hours because there's just so much content to watch on there as well. And all of this is important. There's been studies done on this as well. It is splitting the market up because there's just so much more choice now. People don't have the choice of just Freeview, of just traditional TV channels, TV networks. They have so much more choice now, and that has really split the audience up. And I think this is important to look at, because a lot of people, particularly people who actively want the show to be cancelled and don't want the show to continue, they just look at the figures now, compare it to like 15 years ago or whatever, and be like, Doctor Who can't get over 7 million viewers now, the show is dead. They're even saying, there's a rumour going around that it's going to be cancelled after series 15 because of the viewing figures, which is definitely not true. There's no need to worry about that. But yeah, I think what the BBC are most definitely going to do is they are going to look at Doctor Who now in 2023 going into 2024 and look at how it compares to other dramas, because that is its competition. And this data shows us that Doctor Who is doing extremely well, and it was the second most watched drama of 2023. Going into 2024 now, when season 1 officially airs in May, it will be interesting looking at the viewing figures going forward, because if you look at spring last year, between the months of May and July, There was only one weekend throughout those whole 3 months where any TV show managed to get more than 5 million viewers, and that was Britain's Got Talent. And that was it. And I do think that's quite important to look at, because I do think the data there tells us that throughout the spring months, May, June, July, when Doctor Who will be airing, typically that is when less people are watching TV, which makes sense, especially the last few years. The UK has been getting massive heat waves in spring in particular. So I'm not too sure if Doctor Who will be managing to keep 7 million viewers regularly. That is nothing to do with the show's quality, it's just that the data shows us that typically in the spring now, viewing figures are traditionally lower because less people are just watching TV. They're doing other stuff, especially at the weekends. This is when nicer weather starts to come into the UK. Maybe that was a wrong decision for the BBC to make. Maybe they should have kept Doctor Who airing at the start of the year when it's still in the winter, or maybe they should have waited until the autumn. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty confident the BBC must be aware of this. They must also look at all of this and be like, less people now watch TV in the spring. So they are probably expecting maybe Doctor Who to get around 5 to 6 million viewers in the new series, and that would be a successful result, because again, what the BBC are going to do is they are going to compare it to the competition. And if TV viewing figures, which the data shows us, you can go on the BARB website yourself and check it out. You can look at last year's results. Like I said, only one weekend with Britain's Got Talent did anything manage to get higher than 5 million viewers. There was no dramas at all that got more than 5 million viewers, which give us an insight into how TV works in the springtime. But yeah, if less people are watching TV, there isn't really anything the BBC can do about that. The BBC have to schedule stuff throughout the year. They can't just air nothing new when it's more quiet. That's not how it works, especially with the BBC being funded by the licence fee. They have to provide new content all year long. So what I'm saying is basically, I am very hopeful for the new series. I think these first results are great. However, I'm not always going to expect 7 million viewers going forward, because I've looked at the data and I know that in the spring, typically viewing figures are lower, but this is probably something the BBC are made aware of, and they are probably going to compare it to other dramas and see how Doctor Who compares in that slot. Overall, I just thought I would make this video because there is a lot of misinformation, especially on YouTube and especially on Twitter as well, about the viewing figures. And yeah, I just thought I would do this video because it is a great result that Doctor Who has managed to successfully be the second biggest drama of 2023. Again, especially when you compare it to all the shows on streaming services as well, because a lot of people say streaming services are now the king of TV, but very rarely do streaming shows even manage to make it on the BARB charts. It's not really that usual, really, and yeah, that is just how it is really. Traditional TV is still technically king, but it's king at a lower level, and that is what all of this shows us. But going into the new series, I'm very hopeful that we are heading in the right direction. The new series is going to be a success. Like I said, with it being airing in the spring, viewing figures are traditionally lower, so I'm not really sure where it will level out. There isn't really much they can do if people aren't watching TV, as last year's viewing figures told us. But hopefully with some great marketing, a great push from the BBC and especially Disney as well, hopefully that will really entice people to come and watch Doctor Who even in those warmer spring months. Doctor Who hasn't aired in the spring now for a long time, since 2017. Again, the media landscape keeps changing, it keeps going down and down, especially in the spring months. But yeah, I'm still very hopeful for the future, and I really can't wait to watch season 1. It is kind of funny, as a Doctor Who fandom, like, we care so much about the viewing figures. It's just something that most TV shows don't deal with. Its fans just watch the shows and let the networks care about the numbers. But as a Doctor Who fandom, I guess, like, because Doctor Who was cancelled back in the 1980s, there was always that kind of fear it will happen again. But I really don't think we have to worry, especially when you look at as well Doctor Who in general. It's such a profitable brand compared to other BBC properties. Sure, Happy Valley gets more viewing figures, but you can't really sell much Happy Valley merch compared to Doctor Who. You also have the big brand deal as well with Disney Plus now going forward. There's a lot of exciting reasons to be excited for the future of Doctor Who, and I do think this is a first great result, and hopefully it continues into season 1. But thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, it helps me out. Subscribe for more Doctor Who videos coming very soon, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.